Hi guys, I'm just gonna tell you some drama from my school to like listen to if you guys like, before you like to, I don't know, like just listen to while you're doing something, I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you this drama of this girl. Let's call her. Wait, I gotta think something good. I'm gonna call her Rainbow because she's gay. With that, I was gonna say I'm not homophobic. Okay, I'm a lesbian. Okay, just ignore that my avatar's a boy because, yeah. Okay. So me and Rainbow dated like in October, right? Okay, so me and her dated in October, right? So, you know, when we dated, it was a bit on and off. Like, she would, you know, like, be rude. Like, she wouldn't answer me. Like, you know, I'd say, like, I love you, and I'd take her old date or like, okay, like, yeah, but, you know, it's still really annoying. She was just a really bad girlfriend overall. And, like, you know, really bad. So then we broke up, right? And after, you know, we broke up, like, we didn't talk to each other, like, felt like, yeah, we just did not talk to each other at all, obviously. And then, like, I don't know, like a month or 2 or 3, I don't know, after we broke up, we became like best friends again, and we were, you know, best friends for a bit, we were just best friends for a bit again, and then we had a falling out, right? No, in January I got this, but no, that's another story actually. And then we had a falling out, and she, you know, because we had a falling out because she was rude. So one of my best friends, let's call her Radiator, okay? Radiators originate from, like, you know, Spain. Right, and so Rainbow went around telling like loads of people that Radiator was going to get deported by ICE, right? So right, so obviously I had to go at Rainbow for that because Radiator, like, she was the better friend, to be completely honest, because Rainbow was on and off with this girl called, like, let's call her Nutty. Yeah, Nutty. Was on and off with this girl that I did not like this girl at all, so obviously I was mad at Rainbow for dating her. Right, so I took Radiator's side, obviously, and, you know, so I kept, like, you know, called in Rainbow racist, because that's racist, literally, and then she was like, you're so jealous of Nutty, like, you're so jealous of Nutty and stuff, like, yeah, and then Rainbow goes on to date Nutty's best friend, right, so, and then Radiator told her parents what Rainbow said, so now, now Rainbow is gonna get told off by the head teacher and the head of like what house, so like house they like colour tie they're in, right? Oh, it's good. Yeah. And I thought also I'll take some more drama actually. Okay, so there's this girl called wait, let me give her a name. Web. Okay, so my best friend Web, right? She was best friends with this girl called, let's call her Glue. Okay. So Web and Glue were best friends, right? And Web was dating this boy called, let's call him, I didn't like him, I was shitbag. No, Rubbish, okay? So Web was dating Rubbish, right? But before they started dating, what can I get Wait. Glue. So before Web and Rubbish started dating, Glue and Rubbish were dating for like an hour, and then, you know, Glue broke up with Rubbish. And even Web asked Glue if it was okay if she could date Rubbish, and Glue said it was okay, even though, no, I'm not gonna say. So, you know, Web and Rubbish dated for, 3 months until they broke up, and Rubbish texted Web, like, give me the presents I got you back, I need to give it back to the girl I truly love. I still don't know who it was, okay? So then Web got a new boyfriend, let's call him Chat, okay? Chat and Web were dating, you know, but Rubbish would whisper to Chat that, break up with her, she's not a good, wait, I just said her name. Break up with Web, she's not a good person, like, break up with her, you know. And obviously, like, you know, Web was mad at that, obviously. Right, so Web slapped Rubbish. Slapped him, right? And then after that, Glue was nowhere to be seen. Weird, yeah, like, everyone's thinking that's weird, like, where is she? So, you know, like, and then the next lesson we had was geography. I sat next to Glue in geography, and behind me was Web and Jen. We're gonna call her Jen. And then so Web kept asking Glue, like, what's the matter, you look really upset, and like, where were you at break, and she wouldn't answer, you know. And so then at lunch, right, it all came out. So the reason why Glue wasn't there during lunch was because, no, not lunch, during break. Glue wasn't there during break because she reported Web to pastoral, and then Web had a head of school detention after school, and so yeah, and Glue, right, actually had a crush on Rubbish the whole time that they were in a relationship, that Web and Rubbish were in a relationship, and yes, I know, that's crazy, that's really crazy, and then Web swore that she'd never be friends with Glue again, and then became best friends with her, and then they weren't friends again, and they were friends. It was really weird, honestly, it was honestly really weird. Yeah, it's not let me start reacting. I can't think of any other, no, I can think of drama. Okay, this girl called, let's call her Hog. She's gonna call Hog. Hate this bit. Yeah, bitch. Okay, so I told Hog my crush in music before we got moved away from my ugly music teacher. Okay, right, so I told Hog my crush, you know, I had a crush. Okay, let's call my crush Eyelash, right? Hog tells Eyelash's best friend, right? So Eyelash's best friend obviously tells Eyelash. So then everyone finds out, and then people always come up to me like, you're wait, hang on. Hey, are you the girl that had a crush on Eyelash? I'm like, what? Oh, for God's sake. So then I hated, you know, Hog for ages. Like, I was like, right, like if I tell her my crush again and she does this, like I'm gonna report her like to pastoral. So I tell my crush again because it's quite obvious I haven't learnt my lesson yet. I tell her I have a crush on this girl. Let's call her. Let's call her. Let's call her. Let's call her. I don't know. Let's call her Bone. Okay. So right, Bone. I had a crush on Bone. So I told Hog I have a crush on Bone. So then Hog tells. Well. Okay, let's call this girl Lead. Okay, so Hog tells Lead, right? And then, but then I don't believe this because Lead's really nice. So Hog, Lead, and Bone are all in the same maths, and I'm pretty sure they all sit on the same table, right? So Hog tells Bone that I have a crush on her. So then the whole math class know. So at this point, I've had enough with Hog, and so I brought her to pastoral. And then that was on a Wednesday, yeah? So I report her to pastoral, right? And then the next day on Thursday, she's really angry at me, like Hog's all up in my face, like why would you like do that, la la la. Right, so I'm like, get out of my face, like I reported you, I told you not to tell, and then you still did, like it's not good, like you're not a good friend, like actually go away. And so she did, you know, yeah. And she kept giving me dirty looks in art and drama. Yeah. Hey, so, and then here's another drama about this boy, okay? Okay, so, hang on, I think I can't do it. Okay, so the boy let's call him Crown, okay? And he's gay, you know. So he told me, cause like, yeah. He had a crush on this boy, let's call him Elf, okay? Boy called Elf, you know, like I didn't tell anyone. I only told my best friend, right? And my best friend wouldn't tell anyone. I know he wouldn't. Okay. So people find out, and I'm telling like, no, I didn't tell anyone. La la la. Right? But he won't believe me, you know. So like, okay, fine, don't believe me then. Like you do you then, I guess. Like honestly, done with you. Right? So. Then Elf starts asking like Crown, like, do you have a crush on me, like genuinely? And Crown says like no, and then Elf was like, oh thank God, right? And like, you know, like yeah. And then in this group chat we have, right, with like all like our form, right? Elf and Crown are in it, right? And this boy, let's call him Tiger. Right, Tiger put this sticker in the group chat that was like, next person to say something is gay, and right, and then I was like, what? And then he was like, no, don't say anything, just wait for Logan. I was like, oh, okay. I just said, oh, okay, I guess. We said it again, right, and then so this girl, let's call her Ear, right? She's like, you know, like adds Logan. I'm pretty sure he's already in the group. I don't know. So, you know, we're there, I guess. He comes in and he starts getting really upset. Like, he thinks that we're being homophobic towards him. Like, I'm a whole ass lesbian. I'm not being homophobic, right, you know? So, yeah. So, you know, he's, you know, like, going off at us. But I'm really confused that I didn't do anything. And then he texts me on Snap, like, we're not friends anymore. you ruined my trust. I'm like, what? Oh, okay then. We're not friends then, but I'm not being homophobic. I wasn't even doing anything. I was just standing there reading the text and replying. Like, I don't know what you want me to do, like, genuinely. So yeah, like, we're like, apparently we're not friends anymore, blah, blah, blah. It's just really bad, because tomorrow I have to sit next to him. Okay, and then any more drama. Back to Ear. So Ear, right, me and her were like best friends. We were like best friends, you know. We're kind of friends now. We're still friends. We're not best friends anymore though. Because me and her got into this massive, you know, argument, right? So like, I was like, well, like, stop, like, you're just being like out of order, like, you know. So we got in this massive fight like for ages. Right, we got in this massive fight for absolutely, when I mean ages, it started at 8 o'clock at night and finished at 12 p.m. the next morning. I didn't stay up, obviously. Well, the argument can like lasted like I don't know. Like, I didn't stay up with it. I don't know. Yeah. So, you know, like, so we're like kind of friends still. I apologise and stuff, like, sorry, like, I'm really sorry I did that. Like, you know, you guys, she should be sorry. No, she did apologise first, and I apologised, obviously. Yeah. And then, any more drama? I don't know. So... that's all the drama I know. Yeah, that's like all the drama I know. No, it's not. Okay, so this is only like a small really drama. So this girl. Oh no, I got drama. So so this is why Eyelash. So Eyelash, right? So Eyelash's best friend Lead. They're not best friends anymore because one day Lead didn't come in, right? So Eyelash sat with these other people, and the next day when, like, you know, Lead came in, Eyelash was like, oh, can you sit with me and these, you know, two people, like, you know, yeah. No, not two, like 4 or 5. And like Lead was like, no, I don't even know them, I won't. And then she was like, oh, okay, you find somewhere else to sit then. So then they weren't friends anymore because, like, they got into like a massive argument. Like, it wasn't even massive. I don't know what happened, but and then Lead really didn't like Eyelash because she basically abandoned her. Like, that's like not what friends do. So she didn't want to be friends with her anymore, right? So yeah, that's like understandable at this point. Like, I wouldn't either. She's a bitch. Like, Eyelash is a bitch. I don't know how to crush on her, right? So they weren't friends anymore. Yeah, that's about it. Online drama. I didn't think of that. Oh my god, yes. Okay, so I used to, like, I go into Girls' Life sometimes, and there was like whole, you know, like, community and stuff. So let's call this girl, I'm not even gonna hide her name, Evie. I can give you her bloody TikTok. No, because that's too, I won't. But okay. Okay, so a girl called Evie, right? You know, me and Evie were like, you know, online friends for a bit, you know. Until I sent, you know, that dance trend that to Snowman by Sia, and it's like, I'm not gonna sing. I'm not gonna do that to you, right? So me and Evie, you know, were friends, and I sent Evie a video saying, oh, to have a girlfriend, you know, because it was like a couple dancing, and then Evie replied to that video saying, I got horny from that. I was like, what? What? So obviously, like, I was like, ew, that's disgusting. I obviously, like, you know, screenshotted, and she would always talk to me about self-harm. Yep, I might have to censor that. SH. You know, so weird, honestly. Like, I'm online, like, you don't know me in real life. That's really weird, right? So I started to hate Evie, obviously, and I had these other friends. Let's call this one girl, I'm not gonna mention the other one because she's my ex, and I just can't deal with even thinking about her. Okay, so this girl, she's really sweet. We're gonna call her Sweet, actually. Yeah. So Sweet, and this girl called Mashed Potatoes, because I'm called, yeah. So Sweet, Mashed Potatoes, so Sweet and Mashed Potatoes, and the live creator, like, live creator was just in the group chat, like, she was just there, you know. because the group chat was also, you know, to like, you know, talk to each other, because we were all like, you know, friends, and to talk shit about Evie, obviously. So, you know, at this point, like, we started like, you know, being rude to Evie in the girls' lives. So then the girl had to call me and Sweet, right? I don't know why, like, because I don't know why mashed potato didn't get good, but you know. So me, Sweet and Evie were all in a call with the live creator, and she was like, right, Eva, did you fake those screenshots? I was like, no, right, because I didn't, you know. And then she was like, okay, Sweet, do you have anything to say? And like, I don't know, like, she was like, I don't know, and Evie was that was funny, Evie was crying. Sorry, it's really rude to laugh, but it was really funny, like, right, yeah, and so, like, you know, massive, you know, thing, I blocked, like, Evie was blocked, and Evie was like, I haven't texted her, even though I blocked her ages ago, so obviously you can't text me if you're blocked. So, right, yeah, and then, like, everything, you know, oh, I hope no one heard that, bloody hell, voice crack, you know, everything, you know, calmed down, I guess. Yeah, I don't know, it's like, that's all the drama I really know. I think this online friend I had, I'm gonna have to tell you about her. Okay, so I was online friend with this girl, let's call her Star, because I used to call her like Star and stuff. Okay, so me and Star were like online best friends, right? Like, we used to always call and stuff, and like, we were just best friends, like, we were like inseparable, even though we were literally like only online friends, strictly online friends, right? So, you know, we would always, you know, send voice notes, we'd always like, you know, text and stuff. And like, she was really funny, I like really liked being her friend and stuff, like, you know, she was like my best friend ever. So me and this girl, yeah, like, we yeah, we just always talk to each other. And then one day, like I just, like, I don't know, I didn't even realise it, I was just started being dry randomly, but I didn't realise that I was being dry, that's the thing. So then she got really upset, and she was like, look, like, I don't know, like, you're being dry and I don't like it, like, can you please stop being like, you know, dry? And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm sorry. And I kept, like, you know, apologising, but she just kept leaving me on red, like, never leave me on red, that's a bit weird. Okay, okay, so I kept leaving me on red, and then she texted me, I was like, okay, right, I wake up the next morning, it's a Monday, fucking Monday. I wake up, I was like, oh, I'm gonna go say morning to Star. She's blocked me. What? So obviously I cried, obviously, right? I was like, why did you, like, I'm like really sorry, you know? So I texted her on Instagram, like, I'm really sorry, like, I'm sorry, I understand if you don't want to be my friend anymore, but I'm like really sorry. Left me on red. Right, because, right, like, okay, right, leave me on red then. So I went on my, you know, secret account, I obviously followed her. I followed her like ages ago, and she has not texted me back yet. I'm still kind of pissed off about that, honestly. But that's fine, it's fine. Yeah, that's about it, honestly. I'm sorry. Yeah.